That's one of the worst jobs of scoring I've ever seen. It goes beyond just bad scoring and makes you question whether there was a corrupting influence in the scoring based on what we just saw.
Every boxing fan's been there. The fight ends, you're certain who's won, and then the scorecards come in like they've been written in crayon. Moments later, social media's on fire. Everyone's arguing. Half the comment section's calling it a robbery, and Mad Gary down the pub is screaming at the telly. And before you start shouting fits, let's walk through how boxing's actually scored. It's not as simple as he hitting more, and it's definitely not as fair as you'd hope. So here's the deal. Boxing uses the 10-point must system. Each round, the winner gets 10 points, the loser gets 9 or less. A knockdown usually means a 10-8, 2 knockdowns 10-7. But without the knockdowns, if one fighter dominates completely, the judges can still score it 10-8 for sheer control. And in rare cases, when both fighters are dead even, it can be a 10-10, but judges hate giving that score unless it absolutely can't be split. So what the judges look for is, right, here's where most fans get it wrong. It's not about who throws the most punches. It's not even about who lands the most punches. It's about who fights smarter. Judges aren't counting every jab. They're judging the quality of what lands and who is actually in control. There are 4 main things that they look for. Clean punching, solid, accurate shots that connect properly. Effective aggression, coming forward and making it count. Ring generalship, who's controlling the pace and the space, forcing the other bloke to react. Defence, slipping, blocking or making punches miss by a whisker. You can throw 100 shots and still lose a round if 90 of them are hitting thin air. Point deductions. Then there's the part that everyone forgets, and it happens all too much. The rule breaking, the bending of the rules. Holding, low blows, head clashes, rabbit punches. The ref lets a few slide and suddenly decides he's had enough and waves away a point. You can win a round 10-9 and a swift left to the happy sacks and it's 9-9. A cheeky headbutt and it's 9-8. And that's a cruel twist of boxing. You can outbox a man for 3 minutes and still come out behind on paper. Scorecards can get weird, and here's where the fans lose the shit. Scoring's subjective. Some judges love a pressure fighter who marches forward, others adore slick counter punches. That's why 2 judges can see the same round and completely disagree. Look no further than Triple G versus Canelo 1. Adelaide Bird's one-sided card still haunts most boxing fans today. Scoring isn't straightforward, and it certainly isn't simple. And many will have you believe it's broken, and it could well be. Turki Al-Sheikh has been pushing for the change of rounds in a fight from an even number to an odd number, 11 or 13 for a championship fight instead of 12. It reduces the chances of a draw. But there's also the use of AI judges. I don't think they're quite there yet. On top of that, there's also been a lot of talk over the years of changing the way they score entirely. This use of ring generalship, effective aggression, etc., they're very, very subjective, and they can easily be interpreted in a different way by different people. So what's the worst decision you've ever seen? The one that really made your piss boil? Drop it in the comments.